Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I'm your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And if you follow me over on Letterboxd at Wes A-List, you'll know that I am participating in the Kino Lord 2022 Challenge. And this time the challenge has asked us to watch something off of our watch list. And I've got a big watch list, of course. So this is one that for some reason, I've just never watched. And I can finally check it off the list. My review of the 1987 horror film, Hellraiser. Coming up now. Frank Cotton is a sadomasochist who buys a mysterious puzzle box that is said to open a door to a dimension of the greatest pleasures you could imagine. Unfortunately for Frank, the box opens and creatures known as centibites come out of the box and don't know the difference between pleasure or pain, and Frank is literally torn apart. Sometime later, Frank's brother, Larry, and his second wife, Julia, move into Frank's old house. Julia, unbeknownst to Larry, has had an affair with Frank and was madly in love with him. After a moving accident, blood seeps into the attic floor, reviving Frank into a skinless corpse. Frank recruits Julia into bringing him male victims to feast on in hopes to revive himself. Larry's daughter, Christy, is worried about her father and soon discovers the odd-looking puzzle box. So what did I think of Hellraiser? I thought it's an intriguing and imaginative horror film. It's written and directed by Clive Barker, known for this series, and Candyman, as well as directing Nightbreed and Lord of Illusions. It's also based on Barker's 1986 novel, The Hellbound Heart. Of course, while never seeing any film in this series, I'm familiar with the horror icon, Pinhead, who I always thought looked cool and scary, but he and the other centibites aren't in the film as much as you might expect. When they are on screen, they're rather imposing and shoot hooks and torture the characters. The practical effects and makeup are terrific here, especially seeing Frank going from a skinless corpse to looking more humanly acceptable and gaining back his flesh as the film goes on. The body horror looks great as well. There are some underwhelming digital effects, however, that look lame even for their time. There's a lot of good gore throughout, and there are a couple of moments that could make viewers squirm a bit. There's a couple of jump scares too, a few of which work, and another that I can remember that's pretty cheap. The plot is pretty interesting, with Julia seducing these unsuspecting guys and turning into a killer to help revive her former lover. It's not without its cliches, however, as Christy isn't exactly the brightest bulb in the box and falls for some obvious tricks. Things can get predictable at times, but its finale can get rather bonkers when the Cenobites come looking to find Frank at any cost. The script does have some eye-roll-inducing dialogue and lines that are even lame for the 80s horror. The characters are all mostly unlikable too, with Christy being the likable one only by default. There's some questionable acting from the cast as well, starring Claire Higgins as Julia, the wife who moves into the new house and agrees to kill for her brother-in-law and old lover, Andrew Robinson as Larry Cotton, Julia's husband who has no clue what she's up to, Ashley Lawrence as Christy Cotton, Larry's daughter who feels Julia is up to no good, Sean Chapman as Frank Cotton, Larry's brother who's trying to regain his flesh, and Doug Bradley as the lead Centibite, who fans would coin the name Pinhead to, one of the torturous beings looking for Frank. Hellraiser is a mostly original, gory, and can be a bloody fun time. Number-wise, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, which gives it the A-list rating of Do It. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at West A-List. Until next time, Troop out.